Hi, I'm Melissa. Today I'm going to be making almond butter cookies. It is a allergy-free recipe, so there's no wheat, no dairy, no soy, and I'm using almond flour as my alternative flour. I'm also going to add some chopped pecans and mini dark chocolate chips to make it even yummier. And this is like a one bowl recipe. There's not that much that you have to do. So the first thing we're going to do is add 1 cup of almond butter into our bowl. If you don't have a stand mixer, you can use a regular bowl and a hand beater, that's fine. So I'm gonna pour in my almond butter. The next ingredient we're gonna add is 1 egg. That's just my oven preheating for these cookies to go in. And then for our sugar, we're using honey. I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of honey. So this is refined sugar-free too. So we're just going to mix this up together. And then the next thing we're going to add is our almond flour. So we are adding 1.25 cups of almond flour. Next we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So now we're going to mix these dry ingredients in with the wet. You may need to scrape down the sides with like a rubber spatula just to make sure the almond flour is completely incorporated. And then we're adding 1/4 cup of these mini dark chocolate chips. I use the Enjoy Life brand. And then 1/2 cup of crushed pecans. I just put them in this Ziploc bag and I smashed them with a spoon until they broke up into pieces. Okay, so that's it. We made the dough. It's going to be a little sticky, but it should hold together. And we're just going to scoop it out in like big tablespoon sized scoops onto the baking sheet. This should be, the yield for this should be an even dozen. So that's what it looks like. It's just one big blob. Now I'm going to take my tablespoon and scoop it onto the baking sheet. So now we have them all on the baking sheet. You're just going to take a fork, they're even sizes, and you're just going to take a fork and smush it down just a little bit. And the oven is preheated to 350 degrees. So now these are going to go into the oven for about 15 to 12 to 16 minutes. Just keep an eye on them. You don't want them to get burnt. Okay, so the cookies baked for 15 minutes in the oven. You want to keep an eye on them because mine start to brown a little bit. So once they start to get a little like golden brown on top, you know they're done. So it's still kind of warm, but I'm gonna eat it. And I opened it up and it looks nice and like puffy and delicious inside. It's really, really good. It's not too sweet, which when I was testing for this recipe, I was putting more sugar in, and this does not need a lot of sugar. You could put more pecans and chocolate chips in it if you want. But this is really, really, really good. And it's gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, sugar-free since we're doing honey. Well, we're fine sugar-free. Please, please, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, check out other videos I have, and I hope everybody has a great day.